Allow me to pose a question to you. Thinking back to your younger days, truly, how many times could you engage in sexual activity in a single night? Perhaps 2, 3, or even 4 exhilarating rounds, one after the other, and still wake up the next morning feeling energized and ready for more? Yet now, in the present day, it often feels as if after just one orgasm, the energy simply drains away. It's as if the mental and physical shutters come slamming down. Your entire body seems to power off, and despite how much you might deeply desire a second round, that crucial erection just refuses to return. Does this scenario resonate with you? Does it strike a chord of familiar frustration? If it does, please understand that you are profoundly far from being alone in this experience. In fact, this very question stands as one of the most prevalent and pressing concerns men bring to me in my clinical practice. They often ask, "Doctor, why can't I achieve a hard erection for round 2 like I effortlessly used to?" And with a hopeful glint, "Is there truly anything effective I can do to remedy this situation?" The resounding and encouraging answer, gentlemen, is an emphatic yes. There are indeed effective, practical, and scientifically sound solutions available. And today, right here, I am going to meticulously lay out exactly how your body's intricate systems function, delve into the precise reasons why things inevitably shift and change as you gracefully age, and then provide you with clear, actionable steps you can take. These steps are designed to help you recover significantly faster, enable you to last substantially longer, and ultimately empower you to enjoy a much deeper, more connected intimacy, even as you embrace life beyond 50. I urge you to stay with me through this entire discussion, because by the time this video concludes, you will not only possess a thorough understanding of what's truly transpiring within your body, but you will also depart with a concrete, easy-to-follow action plan. This plan will equip you to reclaim your lost stamina, restore your unwavering confidence, and revitalize the sheer joy and vitality in your sex life. Before we fully immerse ourselves in these vital insights, please take a brief moment, just 1 second, to lend your support to this channel. A simple tap on that like button makes a significant difference. Please subscribe so you won't miss any of our invaluable future men's health videos. And I would genuinely love for you to share in the comments section where you are watching from today. It brings me immense satisfaction and joy to witness men from every corner of the globe actively building this incredible community, a community founded on shared strength, mutual understanding, and unwavering support. Let's address and dispel a very common misunderstanding right from the start. When you find yourself unable to go again with the same ease and vigor you once possessed, it's natural for many men to mistakenly assume that they are somehow broken, or that they are weak, or that their sex life has irrevocably come to an end. But here, I want to emphasize the profound truth. This is absolutely not a personal failure on your part. It is not a sign of weakness. It is, at its fundamental core, biology in action. What you are experiencing, dear friends, is a natural physiological process known as the sexual refractory period. This is essentially the body's mandatory recovery window following an orgasm, a phase where your body quite literally communicates, "Not yet, I need a moment." During this crucial phase, it becomes either genuinely impossible or exceedingly difficult to achieve another hard erection. For women, it's worth noting, this period can often be incredibly brief, allowing many to experience multiple orgasms almost in rapid succession. However, for men, the duration of this recovery period changes quite dramatically and profoundly with age. When you were a young man, perhaps 18 or 20 years old, your refractory period might have lasted merely a few minutes, or in some truly fortunate instances, even just a matter of seconds. But as you progress into your 40s, 50s, and certainly beyond, that recovery window often stretches significantly, extending to half an hour, or for some, even to the point where only one successful round is possible per day. Here's the absolutely crucial takeaway, though. A longer recovery time, while perhaps frustrating, does not in any way signify that your sex life is over or somehow diminished beyond repair. It simply means that your body's physiology has undergone a natural, age-related shift, and once you gain a clear understanding of what exactly is transpiring under the hood, the intricate biological processes at play, you can not only learn to work effectively with it, but also actively take steps to significantly improve it. For those of you who are new to this community, my name is Dr. Narita. I am a board-certified urologist, and for the past 12 years, I have dedicated my professional life to specializing in helping men. My mission is to assist them in restoring their vitality, rebuilding their confidence, and ultimately enjoying truly fulfilling intimacy at every single stage of their lives. I have personally witnessed hundreds of men in their 50s, 60s, and even their 70s successfully regain impressive control over their sexual performance and overall satisfaction once they finally grasp this fundamental principle. Recovery isn't solely about sheer willpower or a strong desire. It is, in equal measure, about understanding your unique biology, cultivating beneficial habits, and optimizing your personal environment. So today, I am going to meticulously guide you through the precise mechanics of the refractory period. Following that, I'll present you with a concise countdown of the most common and significant mistakes that unknowingly prolong and worsen this period, along with what you absolutely need to do instead to effectively speed up your recovery and dramatically boost your stamina. Let's begin by delving into the fascinating science of what genuinely unfolds within your body immediately after you experience an orgasm. Your hormones embark on what can only be described as a rapid and dramatic roller coaster ride. First, prolactin spikes sharply. This is often referred to as the hormone of sexual satisfaction. Its primary role is essentially to signal to your body, all right, we're contented and complete for now. Simultaneously, your dopamine levels experience a significant crash. Dopamine, as you may know, is your crucial motivation and excitement chemical. When it plummets, your sexual desire temporarily diminishes or even shuts down. Following this, oxytocin, the powerful bonding hormone, rises, which is wonderful for feelings of closeness and cuddling, but it actively suppresses raw sexual drive. Finally, testosterone plays an absolutely huge and pivotal role in this whole process. Men who naturally possess higher levels of testosterone tend to bounce back much faster, experiencing shorter recovery times. Conversely, lower testosterone levels invariably translate to significantly longer and more frustrating recovery periods. Understanding this hormonal dance is the first step to taking control. Now let's turn our attention to the 5 critical mistakes that might be secretly extending your refractory period, and, more importantly, what actionable steps you can take to counteract them effectively. Mistake number 1. Chasing the second round instead of wisely extending the first. Here's a profound truth that most men seldom, if ever, hear. The quickest, most efficient, and most satisfying path to a faster recovery isn't found in desperately rushing into round 2. Instead, it lies in strategically making that first round last considerably longer, enhancing the experience for both you and your partner. There's a powerful and often overlooked technique called perineal pressure. The perineum is that small, somewhat sensitive area situated precisely between your scrotum and your anus. Directly beneath the skin in this region lies a robust, tendon-like structure, intricately filled with sensitive nerve pathways. If you apply firm, steady pressure on this specific spot with 2 fingers, right at the precipice, that precise moment just before the point of no return, you can actually effectively block the ejaculatory reflex. When executed properly, this technique leads to what is known as a dry orgasm. You will still intensely feel all the pleasurable contractions, the overwhelming sensation of climax, but semen will not be expelled. And remarkably, your erection will often remain strong and fully present. Biologically speaking, this method means you effectively circumvent the full-blown hormonal crash that typically follows ejaculation because your body never fully commits to entering that prolonged refractory phase. Emotionally, mastering this technique bestows upon you an incredible sense of mastery, control, and profound confidence. Can you truly imagine being able to sustain the act, remaining fully present and connected with your partner, rather than being plagued by the worry of whether your erection will return? Practically, it is undeniably a skill, and like any valuable skill, you won't achieve mastery overnight. However, men who consistently practice this technique often describe it as unlocking an entirely new and deeply satisfying dimension of intimacy and sexual freedom. Now, assuming you have already ejaculated and are seeking ways to speed up recovery, let's explore what actively slows it down. Mistake number 2: indulging in heavy meals, excessive alcohol, and smoking. Have you ever noticed that distinct feeling of sluggishness, that heavy lethargy that washes over you after consuming a large, greasy, and indulgent meal? That sensation occurs because your body's precious blood supply is being heavily diverted and rushing to your gut to aid in the arduous process of digestion rather than flowing freely and robustly to your reproductive system where it's critically needed for sexual function and recovery. Couple that with alcohol, which is known to depress testosterone levels and actively constrict your vital blood vessels, and smoking, which directly and devastatingly sabotages your overall circulation, and what you've effectively created is the perfect storm, an environment highly conducive to a weak erection and a significantly prolonged recovery period. Biologically, all three of these habits conspire to steal vital blood flow from precisely where you need it most for sexual performance. Emotionally, they insidiously rob you of your natural confidence and sense of vitality. Instead of feeling vibrant, alive, and connected, you are left feeling heavy, fatigued, and often deeply disconnected from your own body and desires. Practically, the solution to this is refreshingly simple. Reserve those heavy meals and alcoholic beverages for earlier in the evening, ensuring they are not consumed right before you anticipate intimacy. And if smoking remains a part of your life, please know that quitting is hands down one of the fastest and most impactful ways to reclaim robust sexual performance and overall health. So, what proactive steps truly aid in recovery? Let's move to our next crucial habit. Mistake number 3: neglecting the power of oxygen and robust circulation. Following ejaculation, your delicate penile tissues are in critical need of oxygen-rich blood to fully recharge and regenerate. Yet, many men often overlook one of the simplest, most potent recovery tools available: deep, conscious breathing. When you engage in slow, steady, and deliberate breaths, you effectively flood your bloodstream with an abundance of oxygen, simultaneously calming your entire nervous system and profoundly improving your overall circulation throughout the body. Additionally, gentle testicular massage can also be remarkably helpful as it stimulates localized blood flow and aids in hormonal recovery. Biologically, oxygen is the very fuel that drives cellular repair and regeneration. Without an adequate supply, your recovery process will inevitably drag on and feel sluggish. Emotionally, the simple act of breathing deeply empowers you, placing you back in control of your physiological and emotional state. Instead of succumbing to frustration, you cultivate a feeling of calm and groundedness. Practically, dedicate just 1 to 2 minutes after sex for controlled, deep breathing. Also, ensure you are well hydrated. Erections are fundamentally dependent on good blood volume, and dehydration makes the recovery process noticeably slower and less efficient. But for long-term, sustained sexual health and stronger function, what truly builds an unshakable sexual foundation? That brings us to our next point. Mistake number 4: ignoring crucial fitness, healthy weight management, and adequate sleep. Consider your penis much like a finely tuned athlete. If you desire peak performance and consistent results from it, then it absolutely requires dedicated training, optimal fuel, and sufficient recovery. Let's break it down. Exercise. Regular cardiovascular exercise is essential as it keeps your blood vessels flexible, strong, and efficient, ensuring robust blood flow. Resistance training, such as weightlifting, naturally and powerfully raises your testosterone levels. Even committing to just 30 minutes of moderate exercise 5 times per week can dramatically transform your stamina and overall sexual health. Weight management. Carrying excess belly fat is a silent enemy to your vitality. This adipose tissue actually converts beneficial testosterone into estrogen, which significantly weakens erectile function and extends your recovery time. Nutrition. What you eat directly impacts your performance. Foods rich in nitric oxide, such as vibrant spinach, earthy beets, luxurious dark chocolate, and fatty fish, like salmon, are potent enhancers of blood flow. Conversely, a diet laden with junk food does precisely the opposite, impeding circulation. Sleep. This is perhaps the most undervalued aspect. The vast majority of your body's testosterone production occurs during periods of deep restorative sleep. If you consistently cut short your sleep, you are, in essence, cutting short your vital hormone production. Biologically, establishing this robust foundation is absolutely non-negotiable for optimal sexual health. Emotionally, it powerfully restores your confidence and self-assurance. When your body feels strong, healthy, and capable, your mind naturally follows suit, feeling empowered and vital. Practically, start small and build momentum. A brisk walk after dinner, making the conscious choice to swap sugary soda for pure water, and diligently protecting your 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Remember, each of these small, consistent habits compounds, leading to significant long-term benefits. And finally, we arrive at one critical mistake that men rarely give much thought to, yet it possesses the power to either make or break your recovery and overall sexual experience. Mistake number 5, overlooking the profound influence of psychology and rekindled passion. Not every solution to sexual challenges is purely physical or biological. Sometimes the underlying reason you struggle to go again has less to do with the physical mechanics of your body and far more to do with your emotional state, your immediate environment, and the current level of desire and passion within your relationship. If you have been with the same partner for many years, it's natural for desire to evolve and feel different. Familiarity can sometimes breed a certain complacency. If you are experiencing high levels of stress, or frequently interrupted, or if your bedroom environment simply doesn't feel private, sensual, or stimulating, your body may quite simply not respond with the same level of enthusiasm or readiness. Biologically, chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which in turn directly suppresses testosterone production. Emotionally, a lack of passion and genuine excitement can gradually erode confidence and diminish the very essence of intimacy. Practically, the most effective solution here is to actively and deliberately rekindle desire and passion. Try a new environment. Perhaps book a romantic hotel room for the night. Send unexpected, flirty texts throughout the day. Plan a special, intimate date night that excites both of you. Have honest, open, and candid conversations with your partner about what truly excites and stimulates both of you. Sometimes the quickest and most powerful path to a stronger erection and quicker recovery isn't found in a pill or a physical technique, but rather in the thrilling power of anticipation, emotional connection, and revitalized desire. So, let's bring all these crucial insights together and consolidate them. Here, then, is your comprehensive roadmap to effectively shortening your refractory period and confidently reclaiming your sexual performance and vitality. Prolong the first round. Utilize powerful techniques like perineal pressure to extend pleasure and minimize the hormonal crash. Avoid recovery killers. Steer clear of detrimental habits such as excessive alcohol, smoking, and heavy, gut-filling meals, especially before intimacy. Support circulation. Actively enhance your body's blood flow and oxygenation with deep, controlled breathing, consistent hydration, and gentle physical massage. Build your foundation. Invest in your overall health through regular exercise, nutrient-rich nutrition, diligent weight management, and consistently acquiring adequate, restorative sleep. Reignite passion. Infuse novelty, anticipation, and deep emotional connection into your relationship to stimulate desire and engagement. And remember, it's also important to acknowledge that medical options do exist. Research, for instance, from Oxford has indicated that medications like Viagra have shown the ability to reduce recovery times dramatically, in some cases from a typical 10 minutes down to just 2. However, any medication must always be carefully supervised and prescribed by a qualified doctor, as it's essential to ensure it's appropriate for your individual health. The broader and more profound lesson here, gentlemen, is that your biology is far more flexible and adaptable than you might currently believe. With the consistent application of the right signals, your body possesses an incredible capacity to adapt, to heal, and to thrive once more. Now, I want you to internalize this message very clearly and unequivocally. You are not broken. You are not inherently less of a man simply because your recovery takes longer than it did in your youth. This is a natural, evolving biological process, and crucial biology can absolutely be worked with, understood, and even significantly improved upon. Even if, for some, the refractory period never shortens dramatically to youthful levels, you can still wholeheartedly enjoy a deeply fulfilling, intimate, and connected sex life by purposefully shifting your focus towards quality, presence, and profound emotional connection. When you naturally last longer and your partner feels truly satisfied and cherished, your own confidence will soar to new heights. Your true worth, gentlemen, is never measured by how many times you can perform in one night. It is instead measured by the depth of connection, the vibrant energy, and the authentic presence you bring to every intimate encounter. So here is my personal challenge to you starting tonight. Instead of fixating on the anxiety of going again, try channeling that energy into focusing on extending and enhancing the richness of the first round. Commit to practicing just one of the beneficial habits we've thoroughly discussed today. Perhaps try breathing deeply and consciously, or make an effort to actively rekindle passion and anticipation in your relationship. And certainly, begin the crucial work of consistently building those essential daily foundations. Prioritize your fitness, optimize your nutrition, manage your weight effectively, and safeguard your precious sleep. Give it a mere 2 weeks, and I assure you, you will be genuinely amazed at how powerfully and positively your body responds when you consistently provide it with the right kind of support and care. Now, I genuinely want to hear from you. Please tell me in the comments section below, which of these transformative habits are you going to embark on first? And if this video has brought you clarity, insight, or renewed hope, please do hit that like button, share it with a friend or someone you care about, and subscribe for even more weekly strategies designed to help men over 50 reclaim their confidence, strength, and the joy of intimacy. Remember, gentlemen, age is emphatically not the end of vitality. With the right knowledge, consistent effort, and small, purposeful daily changes, you truly can restore freedom, unwavering confidence, and profound joy in every aspect of your sex life. I'm Dr. Narita. Stay strong, remain hopeful, and I will eagerly see you in the next lesson.